up, Bougie Bosses? It's your girl, Kayla Simmons, and today I'm going to be sharing how I plan and schedule my content like a boss. So let's just jump right in. So if you watch my social media tips video, if you haven't, I'll link it up here. Go watch that first. But in the video towards the end, I talk about how I am queen of planning and scheduling content, okay? I just am so amazing, and I have mastered batch writing, batch recording, batch posting, all of that stuff. So I'm going to be talking about how I do that today, just to give you guys a tidbit of how I am when it comes to the social media posting. Before this YouTube channel even launched, this channel was launched on July 1st, right? Before July 1st, by June 30th, I had 14 videos filmed, edited, and uploaded to YouTube, scheduled to post by June 30th. 14 videos. And I had 12 teasers, you know, my videograms that I talked about. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it up here. I had 12 teasers for the 14 that were uploaded because, you know, I didn't do teasers for the first two videos, the core values and the storytelling, but the other ones, of course, I did teasers for those. I had all of those done, edited, created, ready to go by June 30th. So that's just a tidbit of how I am when it comes to creating this content, planning and scheduling ahead of time. So we're gonna start this thing off with social media, and I'm gonna be talking about social media planning and scheduling for my blog, and planning and scheduling for my YouTube channel. So let's kick it off with social media. So you guys know on my social media, like I said, if you haven't watched the social media video, it goes really in depth on how I operate on Instagram and Facebook and how often I post and all that. So go watch that for the in-depth details, but I'm just going to give kind of a summary here, or just picking some little details that I used in that video to share right now. You guys know I post 3 times a day. I post at, usually on days that I'm not uploading a YouTube video, I'll post at 9, 1, and 6. 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m. Just kind of hit that morning, afternoon, evening time. And then on days that I upload for YouTube, I still post at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., but I switch out the 1 p.m. slot for 3 p.m. on Wednesdays and 11 a.m. on Sundays. So that is my schedule that I use. I use quotes, blog, YouTube, tips, hacks, this or that, and Black women. Those are the 6 things that I post, and they alternate. I have a little set thing going. I go all in detail on that on the social media video, so go watch that. But I create this content, I plan it out. Initially, when I started doing the 2 weeks or 3 posts a day, I would plan 2 weeks out in advance. So obviously, that's about 14 posts that I would do every 2 weeks. And so times that by 3, which is, I'm pretty good at math, I should know this, 42 posts. So 42 posts I would do every 2 weeks. And I would plan out like you guys know, I go into specifics about this. Watch the social media video because it's going to make this video make so much more sense. But I posted, or I plan those out. I used to plan it out 2 weeks in advance. I would gather all my graphics and all my posts together, and I would schedule it in my camera roll. And then I would, once I had it organized in my camera roll, that was when I would go into my notes and create the captions. Now, I mentioned in the social media video how I use Planoly as well. I don't use it as much as I should. If you're watching this video, I'm telling you, I know I said I was going to try to use it more in the social media video, but I still do not use it as much as I should. So, but use it. It is a great app. I love it. I'm going to start incorporating it more. I don't know why I make things harder for myself like this, but I'm so extra. I know. But yeah, so that's how I do that. Now, however, instead of doing it out 2 weeks in advance, I plan for the whole month, because now with how I've gotten into my routine of planning and scheduling ahead of time, I am done with the whole month's worth of content before that month even starts. So in my knowledge, I'm just like, might as well just knock out the whole month, because I just like, I don't know if it's just me, but just the satisfaction of finishing something. Like it's just so, it's so exciting. It makes me so full and just happy inside to be able to be like, I'm done with all of July. I'm done with all of August. Like I don't know. I'm weird like that, but it just is so just, I don't know, the satisfaction of checking something off my list, like all of July is done. But yeah, so now I do a whole month's worth of content on social media. I plan it all out in one go. Obviously, I break this up over a couple days because it's a lot to create all the graphics and then put all the quotes together and then organize the posts and then create the captions for them, because now I really go crazy with the captions. Shout out to Vanessa Lau for her tips. I will link that video actually below because that really helped me out a lot. But shout out to her for that. So I'm very thorough and I'm very intentional with my social media page. If you go check that out, you will see that. So yeah, my tip with scheduling in terms of social media, especially when you have a social media for a certain platform like a blog or a YouTube channel or a business page. Well, let's just focus on the YouTube channel and the blog as of right now, because that's what I can relate to. I would recommend trying to finish the videos for the YouTube page and the blog posts before scheduling, because it makes it a lot easier to organize, especially if you have a specific theme like myself. And this kind of transitions us to the blog. So with the blog, I upload, well, initially it was 3 times a week. Right now, I'm kind of taking a hiatus from the Melanin Bougie Boss highlights, even though there's still a lot of highlights that you guys can go check out. So check those out if you haven't already. A lot of dope Black women. That is the sector where I highlight dope Black women who are not just entrepreneurs, but also killing it in the corporate world, just killing it in general. So check out that sector on my blog if you have not already. But once I get that back up and going, it will be 3 times a week. But you guys already know, if you read my blog, that I upload on Tuesdays and Saturdays as of right now. Tuesdays is the self-development sector where I talk about mental health stuff, emotional intelligence stuff, physical well-being stuff. And then on Saturdays is Bougie Boss Must-Haves, where I share tips and hacks and advice, you know, just kind of share little tidbits that you may not know about. So that is what that sector is dedicated towards. I post 2 times a week as of right now. However, I write 6 posts a week, and I do this every other week. So I'll elaborate on this again when I get to the YouTube part of the video, but basically I alternate weeks. So one week I'll batch write for the blog, and then the next week I'll batch film for the YouTube channel, and I'll just alternate weeks like that. So for blog week, I write 6 posts a week. Now for me, everybody's writing is different. I personally cannot write more than 1 post a day just because it's really draining, and once I'm done, I could try to write more, and I could push it out, but it'd probably be crap and I would change a lot of it. So I just opt not to write more than 1 post a day. And so I just write 1 post each day for 6 days that week. So either Sunday through Friday or Monday through Saturday or whatever, I write 1 post each day. And that is how I batch write for the blog. I also make sure right after I write the blog post, because I always write it out in Word first and then just copy and paste it. So I write it out in Word, and then I'll go ahead and schedule it on the WordPress site. I'll go ahead and get the images together. Also, shout out to Pexel, shout out to Unsplash, shout out to Pixabay for royalty-free images, because there's royalty-free images, but a lot of them you have to pay for, like on Shutterstock and stuff like that. So those are the apps I use to get those images together, because I believe I shared this somewhat in the social media page or tips video, but you definitely want to use royalty-free images when it comes to your blog and any sort of marketing thing that you do, because if you don't, that can come back to bite you in the behind and you can get sued for stuff like that. Like photographers, they will go crazy over you using their images without their permission. But royalty free, you don't have to get permission because it's royalty free. So yeah, word of the wise. But I go ahead and do that, schedule it on WordPress, and I go ahead and create the blog graphics that I do. I'll pop one up here so you can see an example of what I'm talking about, because I don't know if I've given an example of a blog post that I do on social media, but I'll go ahead and insert that here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll go ahead and create that in the same go just to knock it out, so it's less work for me to do later on when I am planning and scheduling my social media content. So that is how I do that with the blog. Now, in terms of the YouTube channel, you guys know, like I said before, I alternate weeks. So on YouTube week, I film 6 videos a week. And with this, I can do more than in one day. It's actually easier for me to film more in less amount of days, just because it takes a lot to set up all my lights and stuff. And you know, I'm at my mom's right now. I just graduated from college, so I have my siblings here and stuff, and it's just easier. The less days, the better. I wake up early. Well, I wake up early each morning, but I especially make sure to wake up early. I set stuff up. Oh yeah, this is like pre-filming. Let me just say this. I outline all my videos the night before. So saying this now, I film 6 videos a week. I film 3 videos on Monday, 3 videos on Tuesday. And so Sunday night, I will outline the 3 videos that I'm going to shoot on Monday. I'll outline those just to help me stay on track, because it is easy to get sidetracked. And so these kind of help keep me aligned, keep me structured and on the right pace. This is I don't even know if you can see this, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, that is, I have this notebook and I schedule it out. And so that's what helps keep me online. So yeah, and I go ahead and set up my equipment, because I can't leave my equipment out, because my mama will not, she does not want these big softbox lights and all this camera stuff in her den. So I have to break it down each week after I'm done filming. So I have to obviously set it back up that Sunday night. So that way when I wake up on Monday morning, all I have to do is just shower and get ready and then start filming. I already have my outline and I already have my stuff set up. I just have to move it, because my filming setup is actually, I'm in my mother's dining room currently. So, you know, you got to get creative. A lot of people have asked me if I have like a backdrop. Like, no, sis, this is the dining room wall. This is the wall. Okay, girl, I'm in the dining room right now. But you know what? You got to get creative. You got to, you know, make it do what it do with what you got. So yeah, this is my filming space, and that is how I planned the night before to set me up to knock things out even quicker. So now getting on to the actual filming, like I said, I filmed 3 videos on Monday, 3 videos on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, I will edit the 3 videos I filmed on Monday, and then on Thursday, I will edit the 3 videos I filmed on Tuesday, and then Friday, I will go ahead and upload all the videos to YouTube to be scheduled to go live. And then I will also create the teasers to go on my social media page, which you guys know I did a whole video on that. I will link that up here. So that is how I plan and schedule for YouTube. So yeah, guys, that's how I plan and schedule all my content. I know I'm probably gonna get questions asking, how do I even create the content in the first place? That's a whole other story. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on that, just because I don't really have a special secret for how I create content. It's kind of random. Like, even with my blog, I don't really have a thought process for it. It's just ideas that pop in my head, like, oh, that's an interesting topic, I'm gonna write about it. And then for my YouTube video, if you read my blog, then you know that the videos that I post on Wednesday, my blog readers, they see it first because I talk about every self-development video that I've posted. It's been a topic that I've written about on my blog. Now, granted, I do change stuff up a little bit, maybe switch out stories and add more on, because as time goes on, you may have another thought that you didn't have then, or you may learn something new, or something else may happen. So it's always a little different, but at the core, the message is still the same. So I repurpose content. That's another thing, how in terms of actually creating the content, it helps to repurpose it. And that's how you can post on multiple platforms, be consistent and not really burn out, is repurposing a lot of that content, because a lot of people may not want to read blogs, but they'll watch a video, and vice versa. So that's how I kind of plan the content. As far as the productivity and entrepreneur type of stuff, like the videos I post on Sundays, like this one, I kind of just create that based on what I learn. So if I just learn something new, like the Videogram video, I did film that video because I just, like, literally the day after I learned how, like, I tried to do it and it worked, and I saw that it worked, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess tomorrow's video I'm gonna film it like that. I initially was gonna film another video talking about how to find your niche, but I didn't feel like filming that video, so I just swapped that out, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film this Videogram video instead, because I feel like it's more helpful to people. And so that's kind of how I deal with that. I don't think I'm gonna do a separate video on that as of right now, just because I don't really have a process to it. Kind of just is ideas that pop up in my head. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I will, we'll see. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope these tips were helpful for you. Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure that you like this video, and also make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and hit the bell next to it to be notified. I love you so much, Bougie Bosses, and I will see you next time. Bye.